Guys, you already know we didn't need another project. For some reason, like, there was no noise in the background. Now I got like 6 dogs wrestling back there, which is kind of fitting for this video because I got about 6 projects now, at least, wrestling for a little attention. And we're going to talk about that and maybe a couple other things on this week's Tuesday Morning Tech Tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. So if you guys missed Friday's video, this is what I'm talking about. I recently picked up a 1994 Chevy 1500. It's a work truck, which you'll see in a minute, where I've already forgotten where I placed some of these parts. That's not good. Anyways, go back and watch the video if you didn't see it, because I kind of went into more detail, gave a real good walk around, told the story how I got it, how Nick got it. I got it from Nick. And I thought it was pretty good. But he did all the hard stuff, which I mentioned in that video. So now we just got to kind of finish her up, right? He put new brakes, wheels, and tires, which we might change because I got some ideas. You got to make it your own. He did cab corners, new rockers, carpet, a few other things. Oh, I found the grill. There it is. Door pins, just all the stuff that annoys you. And honestly, guys, I probably wouldn't have done. Right? I would have done the little detail stuff, but not the, I don't know, the stuff that requires skill. Anyway, like I said, with the grill, which is right in the bed there, and this WT back here, you know it's a work truck. So we didn't need this. But let's be honest with ourselves, guys. We didn't need those cabs over there when we bought them. We didn't need this. We didn't need any of the stuff we got, but we love it, so that's what we do. But this one is a little different than the rest. So you look at this guy, right? And look at that cab in the background. Look at this guy. We might actually finish this one. We're going to finish all of them, guys. You just got to hang around for the next few decades, and we'll get her done. But the thing is, you never know what's going to come. Wow, we got to buff this guy out. Take the span of goldfish, guys. I apologize. But you never know what's going to come up, when it's going to come up, and what you're just going to fall in love with. So you got to be ready, you know? That's what I'm saying. In the case of this truck, guys, not even on my radar at all. I mean, I've loved OBSs for a long time. And actually, a couple years ago, before I lifted the Tundra and everything, I actually was going to sell it and buy an OBS as a daily driver. Megan talked me out of it because, well, do a lot of driving, guys. I got 95,000 miles on that 2019. So clearly I use it. Maybe we should hold on to it, right? And she was right, and now this is kind of falling in my lap. Like I said, it wasn't on my radar because working on this thing, I've really fallen for these square bodies. We already know I'm not really a suburban guy. I'd rather a short bed pickup. So I actually had a deal in the works. I was going to, this guy about 2 hours from here had a like an old car, really very used, I think maybe was what he called it, dealership. Got about 10, 15 cars. And one of them was this short bed square body. Had a kid throw a picture up. It's beat up, but God, I can't stop loving it even now. And he dug the Suburban. My plan was to finish it, and I was going to trade even up for that truck. You guys know I had some setbacks, and well, guy sold the truck. I mean, he's got to make a living, right? So I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at myself for it. And I've looked at other square bodies, and, you know, guys, I do this all the time. I fall in love with something that I might get, and it kind of kills me to get other stuff if that sells. So it probably keeps me from buying a bunch of stuff, so that's good. But it also causes me to impulse buy, so I don't have that regret feeling later. It's a slippery slope, guys, I'll tell you. So they sold the truck. It is what it is. And I said, you know what? I don't need it. Let's get this guy done, and then we'll concentrate on the projects we have. As you see, I did a video talking about what we were going to sell. I wasn't planning on selling a whole lot. And it got pointed out to me last weekend when I was down in Carolina. And, you guys know Kevin breaks my balls all the time. So when Jess said it, his girl, and she's a sweetheart, right? So she's like, yeah, you weren't going to sell anything. What are you doing? And I was like, man. It's not just Kevin breaking my balls. He might have a point. So I kind of started thinking about it, and I was like, if I'm not going to sell stuff, let's actually get some stuff done. And I started putting plans together. We talked about it with the Jeep, and that's in the works, guys. I promise you that. But it takes time to kind of get everything set up, and especially when you're doing these videos, you got to, have everything ready and then jump into it. We got some stuff working behind the scenes on the 65. We've talked about that. So I was like, you know what? I don't need a square body. I talked myself out of it all the way, and just let's focus on what we got. And that was the plan. That was 100% the plan. Until I was sitting here working on this guy, and get a text from Nick. Hey, check out this really clean OBS. Ends up, it's a 4-wheel drive, had a ladder rack and a toolbox in it. Didn't look like the coolest thing in the world, but that's superficial, right? And I was like, that's I actually didn't see it right away. I hit him back later that day or the next day, and I was like, yeah, that thing's pretty clean, man. And he's like, yeah, too late, I bought it. I was like, cool. I don't need it. And then he says, you want my short bed, my 2-wheel drive? And I was like, because the other one's a short bed as well, but I said, man, I do, because that love came right back. I know everything he had done to it. Nick doesn't half-ass anything. So I was like, man, I do want it. I know I do. And then he started throwing all the stuff he did on it. Cab corners are done. New rockers. He has the bottom of the doors, which if we use them or not, we'll see. Not right away. Put new carpet in it. He's got a all new suspension shocks and everything like that. Drop knuckles, new shackles, and everything on the back because he did the 2.4 drop. Everything's well on its way, right? Just did a whole bunch of little stuff. He said door pins, and he swapped out the front fenders because the one was terribly rusted. The other one wasn't great either. Luckily, found them the same color. Maybe a little buffing might match them a little better, but all the big things, right? And you guys know on this one and like the Oldsmobile and even the hard body, I was hitting a lot of the detail stuff, which is where that truck's at right now. Put everything back together, getting it all fitted in. The difference is Nick took it apart. Everything is bagged and tagged and stuff. So it'll be nice taking over a project from a fellow aircraft mechanic who does things the way you're supposed to do them, right? Well, and now he wasn't the first guy to work on this, so there might be a couple of things, and we might run into that along the way. But when he told me all the stuff, and then the family discount, I said, forget about it. I gotta buy this thing. So we did, and zero buyer's remorse, because all I can do is think about it. I've been looking at parts and this kind of stuff. Now, I said I was going to wait, and I have been. I haven't bought anything. I haven't started working on it. The focus is right here, and then I got to get the caddy fixed for the kid, and then we'll set some more priorities after that. But this truck, it's gonna. I'm excited, guys. I am super excited because I kind of want to do a couple stages. And as much as that sounds like, but it's almost to where it'll pass inspection. If you see that on the windshield, which needs replaced, it expired in February of 23. So it was a driver not real long ago. Now, Nick took some things apart, which we're going to throw back together, but the whole front end, all that stuff's new, so it needs an alignment, needs a windshield, throw the rear view mirror back up, put all the lights back in, get all that working, and maybe a couple of little tiny things, and it'll be inspection ready, right? We can go and get it and put some tags on it and get some miles on it and work the bugs out, right? So that's what I want to do. As much as I want to swap the seat out and, maybe some wheels and tires and, maybe a little bit of a system in it. And I'm going to keep the 4.3 for a minute, like I said, stages, right? And just drive it around a little bit, get to know it, right? Like I mentioned, I got 95,000 miles on the Tundra. Maybe let her rest for a little while, start shooting that thing back and forth to work. The only downside to that truck, which is one of the reasons that Nick wanted the other one, doesn't have AC. Now we can fix that, right? Will I? We'll see. But, and it's 6-cylinder, right? Where his new one, 4-wheel drive, AC, 350, so there you go. But that's fine. I'm not even worried about any of that right now because that's stuff we can do. That's all change. That's all stuff that's changeable, right? So not a huge deal. But I think what we'll do is we'll get it with everything that we've got, those terrible LED lights in the front and everything I can, without buying, is kind of taking all the stuff that he had, put it together, buying minimal stuff for it and getting it all ready to go. Pass an inspection and kind of see what that would cost us, right? Time-wise, and of course, how it's going to beat up the wallet. And we're going to stop there and I'm going to drive it. Then, a month or so later, once I'm doing that, I'll see what I really want to buy for this thing, and we'll start buying stuff and kind of stack parts up, and then get after it over the weekend because it's not a huge project, right? It's going to be one of those drive as you fix kind of things. Like same like I've been driving that Jeep for how long, just doing little videos here of stuff we're doing on it. So similar to that, but maybe a little bit more in depth. And I think it'll make a cool series. I think it'll give me a great daily driver, and eventually it might turn into quite the hot rod. You never know, right? Nothing's off the table. So hopefully you guys dig it. I know I dig it. I don't know who wouldn't dig a single cab short bed OBS Chevy, but right. So over to you guys. Give me a couple ideas what you would do with it. Of course, I'm sure LS swap, it's going to be up there. But let's leave that off the table for right now. Like I said, the 4.3 runs great, and I just want to enjoy the thing. So what kind of little things would you do to make it a little bit more attractive, better looking, more comfortable, whatever? Maybe we'll do some of those things because I always use ideas. I love to see what you guys come up with. So maybe we'll knock some of those out. Maybe, maybe they might be ridiculous when we don't. But only one way to find out, guys. Leave a comment and let me know. But before we can do that, I got to get back to work on this, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.